420 Things Grow in Ontario. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today we have an unboxing of something that I have been waiting for a very long time. And so have you, and so is you, and so is he, and so is everybody. Woo, baby. So first things first, I'm an AC Infinity affiliate. So if you use the coupon code that's listed down below right now at the time of this making of this video, it's 420 Things Grow on AC Infinity's website. But I'm going to list them all because there's some Amazon, there's some eBay, there's a bunch of different stuff. Go check it out. It'll be in the first pinned comment or in the description. You'll see it. But let's get into this. Woo! This is, I've done no research. This is a pre-release item that I've got for doing some testing. I'm super stoked. And I'm glad that I can try this out before it gets to the thing. My cat is meowing like crazy. But we're going to go to this. There was a little bit of a write-up. I didn't read it. It's more in relation to the embargo stuff. So this video is going to come out day one, release day. But I'm going to go through this. This is maybe a little bit long video. Maybe it's not going to be crazy. We're going to go over it together. And we're going to see what's in here together. As somebody who doesn't even know what's going on. Right? So this is the HYDRONE 3? HYDRONE. I guess that's what it's called. HYDRONE? HYDRONE. HYDRONE? It's the HYDRONE 3. 2-liter capacity, 100 to 240 volt, 50 to 60 hertz. Yeah, ETL listed. Yeah, so let's get into what's in here, okay? VPD says on the box, VPD Smart Control Precision Monitoring Dual Lip System. Versatile dual ports offer the customization to achieve both open and closed loop cycles for efficient dehumidification to intake ventilation. Well, I'm not overly sure what that means. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of a write-up in here and we'll go through it together. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so first things first, we got a little card that shows, you know, all the UIS stuff. Perfect. And then we have a HYDRONE. I mean, I'm going to have a hard time saying that. HYDRONE quick start. And we're going to see what it all says here. We're going to go through all this stuff. So let me just put that to the side. I'm excited. I want to see what's in here. So as AC Infinity always does, always well packed, always protected in shipping. We got some foam here. We have some what look like vents. There's some screens, some vents. And we're going to put that aside because we don't know what it does yet. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Nope, that's it for that. The plug was in there, so if you get this, be careful when you lift it up. The plug was, you know, right on that part. So let's get that over there. All right. Dun, 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 dun. That's taped on the bottom. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the AC Infinity Dehumidifier, the HYDRONE 3. Yeah, baby. So there's some ports on some side ports here. This is those side vents. I just want to play with it. I just want to tell you. Let's get the tape off of it. What are you guys thinking right now? You seeing this video? You're like, yes, a dehumidifier, UIS controlled. Man, oh man, this is amazing. Okay. We pull out the bucket and let's see what's inside. Oh, there's a little float here. Some sort of float when the water gets high. Ooh, there's like a packaging of stuff. Ooh. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's see. A little bit of paper. We have a Gen 2 male-to-male UIS control cable, right? Because that's going to connect into your. I have the AI controller. But let's see, 6 feet, not 6 feet, so probably 10 feet long. I'm assuming what this cord is. Yeah, 10 feet. Yeah, that's what it says on the packaging. So you get 10-foot UIS male to male. Let's put that off to the side because we don't really need that right now. And what is this? And it's got a sensor, right? One of the sensors that does, I'm assuming it does temperature and relative humidity because that's what a lot of these do. It's got this O-ring on it. So this is a newer version of that. Some of the older ones don't have that O-ring. Okay, and then that was what was in here. There we go. It does sit flush. Flush with that. It's a little bit hard to put in. It wasn't, boom, drop it in and go. Oh, what is this? Oh, no, it does have a hose. Oh, okay. That's an important part. I wonder where that plugs into. A nice little drain, so you're not having to dump this container all the time, right? I wonder where it goes. Probably in the back here. Now, what do we have here? We have the sensor. We have the UIS at the back. We have the sensor plug. We have the UIS. And then we have the power. Now, I'm assuming the reason why they give you one of these sensor plugs is if you don't have one of the AC Infinity controllers that already has the temperature and relative humidity, you would have the ability to plug this in this unit and at least control it with the with the onboard screen things. I am not going to be doing that. I won't be going over that in this video. If you're watching this video and you go, man, I wish you really went over that, drop it in the comments. Maybe I'll make another video. With the AC Infinity stuff, the reason why I love the AC Infinity products is because that it all goes in to the controller. This is one of the controller AI ones. I have a video of this on my channel. And have the ability to use the app anywhere in the world because it's connected Wi-Fi, right? So for me to go to this, I usually don't. Now, that being said, good on AC Infinity for including that. So if you want to do that, you're able to check the relative humidity with this, unless it says something otherwise in the book, which I highly doubt, and then you do it. Now, this hose is a little short for me. In my setup, where I would have to drain water, would have to be longer than this, but I'm assuming that some people may be in the same thing. Maybe somebody wants to put this in their tent up high and they just want to go to a bucket, so it's more than 2 liters, right? 5-gallon bucket, you're going to get a lot more, days of dehumidification before you need to empty it. I have a sump pump in my basement. I want to go right to it. I will be getting a hose that'll be longer than this and hook it up and make sure that it works because that's how I'm definitely going to be using it. I don't want to empty this thing all the time. Okay, so that's the unit. That's all the parts. That's all the stuff that came with it. I'm glad there's a hose because I was looking at it. Let's get into the quick start guide here. Product warning. Read these safety instructions, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some pictures of this and duct adapters, eh? Oh, that's what these are. So cool. Look, you can take this and go outside of your tent with it. Oh, you got to do 4-inch on either side. That equipment is not included. So if you want to run this unit outside of your tent, you're going to need to buy some 4-inch ducting to help with that process. So that's cool. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. So that's the duct adapters. That was kind of how I learned about that. Configuration setup, closed loop system. That's what the closed loop was talking. Internally, you may place the dehumidifier into the tent. Closed loop systems are ideal for max dehumidification, either inside or outside, with the 4-inch not included placed into the tent. Configure open loop, okay? Open loop creates an open loop system to add intake or exhaust airflow into your tent. It is ideal for using fan mode with a 4-inch ducting not included, okay? So that is when you're going to do this, right? So if you have a tent and you're, exhausting it and you have like a tent, you're bringing air in from your lung room and you're not having like a closed loop, a sealed tent, you want to do this. So I plan on doing some closed loop stuff with some CO2. So this would be handy for that. So that you could keep the CO2 stuff into the room. You can it's closed loop. So you're going right back in, right? So intake. Insert the ducting from the left-hand side of your dehumidifier into your tent. Exhaust. Insert the ducting from the right-hand side of your dehumidifier into your tent. Create an open loop system to add intake or exhaust airflow to your tent. Oh, I see. Depending whether you're sucking or blowing into your tent, that's the way you would do it. So take a peek at that and how to do the configuration, whether it's left or right. Optional ducting. Oh, to put on the optional ducting, you twist it on. There's a lock. There's a little groove here. There's a little piece. You got to unlock it, and then pull this out. And then that's because this has a filter, right? A screen filter on it, just like my dehumidifier has a screen filter. You got to take it off and clean it every once in a while. You would then put this in, boom, lock it into place, and now you don't need this anymore because this Extenda piece has the filter built in. Cool. 4-inch ducting not included with duct clamps. Yeah, of course you're going to need to clamp it or it would be just sending water. Okay, power and setup. Step 1, plug the sensor probe into the port located in the back of your dehumidifier. Route the probe head into your plant's canopy. Ports must be capped when not using them. You don't want to get anything in there. That's a good point. Plug it in. Draining water, periodic. Pull the condensation tank. It's not a collector tank, it's a condensation tank. Out, remove its lid, and pour the water out. Consistent. Remove the condensation tank and its lid, remove the drainage cap, and place it into the holder. Say what? Oh, okay. Wait a minute, here we go. So, there it is right there. There's a cap here. So, if you're going to be doing constant, you're going to be doing flow out, okay? There's a cap here. Oh, look at that. They even did, I like this. Because I was just wondering where I'm going to put it. So, I've taken the cap out, and I'm going to put it right here on that tube. There's a little spot there. You're going to push it all the way up. And then it sits on like that underneath, right? Now, this is where the plug was. So if you have that and that, it's just going to get full and it's not going to do it. You got to take that plug out. Try not to drop it. But there's a little plug holding thing right beside it. So then you're going to reinsert this. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that doesn't come out. This definitely has to be, it's a gravity fed thing, right? So if you're going to take this and go here and drain it up here, it ain't going to work, okay? So what you got to do is you got to have this higher than where you're draining to. So if I had it on this table and I had a bucket over here, it's definitely going to go there. Gravity fed, okay? Make sure that's it. That's definitely going to be the way. And even if you got a long range, as long as you got enough lift, it's going to go. Now let's get on to the next one. I like how it even has a little U-turn, put it right there. Cleaning. So that's it, drain water, that's it. Turn it on, away we go, okay? Cleaning. If you're programming, set your programming to 0 in the off mode before unplugging. Step 2, taste the intake bag off. Wipe up any dust and debris from the grills, vent cap, and adapters using a damp cloth, set aside and dry as needed. Ooh, okay, here we go, getting into the programming. Dehumidifier is compatible with specific controller models. Please visit our website at acinfinity.com for more information. Well, this isn't even on their website yet, so I can't go look at that. Maybe I'll do a separate video after this is released when they have the information up on the website that I can go and check that out and let you guys know. But as of right now, I'm assuming that it's for the AI controllers, the most brand new controller, that it's going to work. Oh yeah, see, it even says it here. Oh, it doesn't say it, but it shows no sensor plugged in when doing programming. So yeah, you don't use that. Use the male-to-male extension cord, connect your dehumidifier to your controller, which is not included. Yep, I have the controller. Plug the UIS connector with the gasket end into your dehumidifier. Okay, so look, there's two different ends. One has a gasket and one doesn't. And what that gasket is, like a little O-ring. You'll see it there, a little white, clear O-ring, kind of opaque. Maybe opaque's not the right word, but that's what I'm calling it. And the other one doesn't have anything. So this one will go into the controller, and the one with that little O-ring will go into your controller. Will override all onboard settings. Oh, because you can do settings here. Okay, yeah. Assume control. Parameters must be adjusted by your controller, yeah. And shut off your dehumidifier. There'll be no display and no touch functions when it's connected to into the controller, which makes sense. And I can tell you right now that this picture that they're showing here is the AI controller. Okay, so anyways, so I do have it plugged in, and when I go to the app, into the 69 Pro, into the AC Infinity app, it definitely picks it up as a I don't know if there's a glare there you can see or not, but it comes up in the port as a dehumidifier. So the older, this is a 69, not a 69 Pro, not a 69 Pro Plus, but a 69 Pro, which is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth both with the 4 ports. And currently right now I have it set up with the sensor in there that came with the 69 Pro, not the new one that came with this unit, because like I said, I think that one's more for this unit. So we're gonna do a little bit of setting up here in the app, and we're gonna get it to start running, and we'll go from there, because it's not set up. This is an old controller that I have sitting, because now I'm using the 69 AI, or I have a 69 Pro Plus, and the AI. This is an older version. Okay, we're back, and we have updated the firmware, and that wasn't the issue. My issue is that I didn't have this in, okay? And this is the sensor that tells you that it's full or not, right? So without it in there, the unit thought it was full, and it didn't turn on. As you heard it kind of like go down, that's because I had it set to 10, I took it out, it went 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and it stopped, right? So without this lid, you're not going to be able to run it, which makes sense. You don't want it overflowing, right? If you have a container that's supposed to catch water, and there it goes, powering back up. So confirmed that it does work with the 69 Pro. If I would have read the settings here, it says at 9:36 a.m. port 1, the water tank is not attached. Insert the water tank to resume operations. That's why it wasn't working. And silly me, didn't look at it. So always look at on your app, that bottom right for notices. There's stuff there. I didn't even look at it because I was just in there. I'm messing with it. I'm new. So anyway, so let's go into port 1. And okay, so ports. So dehumidifier. I'm going to take off my glasses here because I'm getting old and I can't see with them on when I'm reading something small. So it's definitely dehumidifier. Transition. Let's just pull this out because it's kind of loud. I pulled it out. The water level is high. Empty the water tank. Well, again, so it even tells you when it's high. I'm assuming it thinks it's high because now the tank is out. It even tells you when it's high, tells you when it's out. So, perfect. Get a little pop-up notification, so that's cool. I didn't catch the pop-up last time because I wasn't paying attention. UIS device will ramp up in levels when triggered to run in auto and VPD modes. Set a transition threshold, X, right? So there's a transition humidity, transition VPD, and transition temperature. For every multiplier of X that the probe temperature, for every multiple of X that the probe temperature, humidity, and VPD has surpassed your trigger points, the UIS will increase by 1 level. So that's cool. Dynamic response, transition. So yeah, that's cool, man. Transition humidity, 1%. Every time it goes up, that's cool, man. So it will be a ramp thing. I don't know because I haven't played with it long enough. And this is more really just the unboxing first thoughts. I will do another video once I have this running in my tent and see the kind of things I can do with it. Because as of right now, I'm not 100% sure. I have it on the table, right? This is the bench test. This is just the first looks. I know this video's long. Sorry about that, but this is what I'm going through as a brand new user and seeing what it is. You're getting my first thoughts, my first looks, my trials, my tribulations, everything. So this is what you're getting with this long form video. Buffer. UIS and outlet devices will have a gap created on their temperature, humidity, and VP triggers to prevent devices from turning on and off. Okay, so there's a buffer. You say, okay. So if, let's say you have it set and you want it really dry in there because you're in flower, right? Let's say you're going to set it to 45, 50, whatever you're going to set it to, 45. All of a sudden, as soon as it gets past, let's say it's at 45 and it goes to 46 because it dehumidified, everything's good, it's at 45, this thing shuts off, and then a couple minutes later, because you're in flower, it goes up, it would turn on right away. So this, you can buffer it to go, okay, it's 45, 46, 47, now turn on, 2%. And then it'll come on, it'll probably go up higher, and like I said, I got to do some more playing with it. I know mine, on a big unit, has this big crazy condenser and how it works. I'm not sure how this has worked. I don't know how fast it starts pumping dehumidified air into the room. This is all going to be in the next video, which is a testing video, an actual use video. Take a peek for that. So that's kind of cool. There's two different, you can choose either transition or buffer. Off mode at 0. Even when it's triggered off. So in theory, you can go off mode minimum level, go to off mode to set. So you can set it. If you off, it just runs constantly. And then, just a small dehumidification, because you can play with that, right? So you can have it off. When it's on, it's at 10 and it's dehumidifying like crazy. And then, now it's time to shut off because the dehumidification's low. Well, guess what? Now you can take that and go, maybe I want to run it at 1 all the time. So the off mode can be set to 1. Boom, set it to 1. So when it's at 10, it gets to 45. Boo. Okay. and then it goes down and not right off completely, because off is now set to 1. So then it dehumidifies at 1 until it needs more, and then it ramps up, right? And then you can do that with either the 2 different modes, with the buffer or the transition, right? So that's cool. On mode, maximum level, you can set that as well. Confirm. So that's cool. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. The app is, in my opinion, the only way to go when controlling one of these, especially when you got heaters in there, you got temperatures, you got inline fans that come on. So, and those are all triggered at certain humidity levels. For me, that's my trigger. I don't use VPD. I use my humidity. I get that some people like VPD and they go, you know what? If you're not in the right VPD, your plants aren't going to grow as nice. Okay, sure. But during flower, my point of view, and this is only my point of view, take it with a grain of salt, I would rather it be drier, a little bit less plant, maybe a little bit less growth, but you know what's also less? Bud rot, white powdery mildew, all those things. So I run sometimes in the 40s, sometimes even in 38 with my setting in flower, just to keep it dry, because it's so wet in flower that I would much rather it be dry than wet. And you know what? Knock on wood right over here. Some fake wood, but I'm going to knock on it because I've never had any bud rot and I've never had any white powdery mildew. Now, that being said, could I maybe go up a little higher and start messing with VPD? Maybe. But with the settings that I currently have, it's not ideal. Maybe I can dial it in with this and dial it in with I have the humidifier from AC Infinity as well. And now I have the dehumidifier from AC Infinity. You got the fans from AC Infinity. You got everything connected into the UIS. And that AI one has got 8 plugs, right? It only has 2 sensor plugs. That's how I do it. So if you've got to the end of the video, I'm glad this video had some information you like. Maybe it didn't have any good information. Maybe it had crap information. Let me know in the comments. You like these long form videos? Or do you like the other one? Because I'm going to do another one. It's just going to be quick. It's going to be edits. It's going to be, hey, here's the thing, and here's that. And not going, hey, what is this? Oh, that's what it is. You know, it'll be that sort of straight to the point review video. And I'm going to pull it from this video, so it's going to be very similar. But this one was my thoughts. So my thoughts initially, without getting it into a tent, that this is going to be pretty cool to dial into the thing. I was worried about not having a drain, so that's cool. It has a drain. And now it'll just be, what size is this tent for? I don't know. Maybe in a full flowering 5x5, this is going to be too small. Probably is. This is the HYDRONE 3, just like the I have a humidifier, the 3 version. I know there's a 5 and a 7. So will there be a 5 and a 7 to this? Will there be a 5 and a 7? Yes, there is. As of release date, they're showing it, the 3, the 5, the 7. There's 3 different models, 3 different pricing. And this one, the HYDRONE 3, is suggested for nothing bigger than a 2x2 tent. That being said, if you like this video and you like the product, check out their website. There is the 3, the 5, the 7. They're all for pre-order. My coupon code will work for all that stuff. Check them out. There's stuff on eBay and there's stuff on Amazon, but that's not pre-order. So if you're looking to get one of these, you want to go into pre-order, head on over to their site. It'll be in the description. It'll be in the first pinned comment. Go check it out. I really appreciate if you use my code. That's 420 Things Grow at time of this video, and I'll get a cut from that as an affiliate marketing. And yeah, I hope it works for you, and I hope everything's good. Why don't you like, subscribe, and do all that jazz? Yeah.